So we're going to take a look at Death Stranding running on PC. This is with our Ryzen 5 3600 CPU, our RTX 2060 GPU, that's an MSI gaming, 16 gigabytes of 3600 megahertz RAM, 512 gigabyte SSD, and we are going to be doing 1440p resolution with DLSS on and off, comparing the performance and quality modes. And man, does this game look great and run fantastic on PC. This does not feel like a rushed job. It feels very well optimized, and it runs really good for how good it looks. So let's go into the settings. We're going to do variable, all kinds of settings in this video, but we're starting off at full screen, 1440p. We are at default settings right now for graphics. It says custom because motion blur is turned off. DLSS is off for right now. And this is just how we're going to get a baseline. This is how we're going to start off in the game. And like I said, this game looks amazing.
Oh, great.
So we're going to transition right from our cutscene right into gameplay. It's very smooth. Locked 60 on the cutscene, and then it instantly jumps up to an unlocked frame rate when you're done with the cutscene. Very, very smooth. All of my time with this game, about the 3 hours I have in it, is like that. A really smooth, really nice experience. I did have the game crash once on me, but that was the only issue that I personally ran into so far. I can't speak a lot to the gameplay. I had mixed feelings going into buying this game to test it because I figured I wouldn't play it at all. But I don't know. I've actually been putting a little bit of time into it and kind of enjoying running around and doing things. The story is kind of interesting so far. But anyway, besides that, to the gameplay testing, this game looks really good, runs really good. Even with DLSS off right now and running at 1440p, for a game that looks this good, it is running extremely well. I mean, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is one that comes to mind that, wow, that's horribly optimized. I can hardly get 40 to 60 FPS at 1440p with high settings, and this game is doing really well. And I'll show you later in the video that default settings for this game we're running on right now are actually very high settings. They're like the highest settings you can do in the game anyway. So I'm going to stop right here, and we're going to mess with DLSS a little bit. Now, you can see those raindrops on the rocks and whatnot. This is one place that you're going to notice a little bit of loss of deep detail, but at the same time, you get such a jump in frame rate. So you've got performance and you've got quality. This is very similar to other games with DLSS 2.0. Quality being a little bit nicer picture, performance being a higher frame rate. I like quality for all the games so far that I've tested DLSS 2.0 in. But let's take a look here. So once I put this on, you're going to see a little bit less detail. See those raindrops disappear off the rocks there to your right and things like that. But you get a high jump in frame rate, about 23, 24 FPS higher. You can run this game 80 to 120 this way, depending on where you're at in the environments. You also lose a slight amount of detail in the waterfall out there, but it's not too bad. So we're going to go in here and let's change it over to performance on that. And you'll see even less detail in the raindrops hitting the rocks near us and in the waterfall far out. The waterfall not as much, but you really notice the rest of those raindrops pretty much get taken out of the picture. So you can see there we lost even more of those raindrops falling on the ground and on the rocks around us with performance. But there again, we've jumped up another 18 FPS from the 73 to 77 we were. 100 to 103 with quality, and now 118. So I'm going to go back in just to show the difference. We're gonna put that back to off, and you're gonna see all that detail come back with the raindrops on the rocks and things like that. Take a look, see all that. So that's the difference. That's the main difference so far for me in this game, with the rain and the particle effects and the droplets and stuff that you lose with DLSS. But I really like that increased frame rate a lot, and that's why I like quality. You'll still get a little bit of that effect, but not as much. Performance takes too much away from me. So we're going to go back in, and I'm going to go with what I like to run, and we're going to do some more gameplay here in quality, and we'll see how we do here. So see that? You lost some of that detail. It's not bouncing off of my back anymore, or the packages, but still, the game looks amazing. So let's continue on here. We are at default still, DLSS on quality mode. You can see here in a cutscene we went right back to a 60 lock. And then I'll show you here in just a moment when we come out of the cutscene and transition extremely smoothly into an unlocked frame rate with no stutter, no jitters, no strange loading into the world, even with a large draw distance. So let's check that out here. So right here, we're going to be coming right out of our cutscene. I'm going to pull up MSI Afterburner again. And it's a really flawless, smooth transition from that cave cutscene into the unlocked frame rate open world here. Absolutely just a smooth transition. So we're still on our default, still on our DLSS on quality. And we're going to do a little bit more running around, and then we're going to jump into a little bit different comparison for you to look at with the DLSS. Also, I had to bring down the gameplay volume into this part because this being closer to this being the beginning of the game, there's a song, an intro here, so we kind of had to lower that down so we don't have any issues, but either way, we'll be good here. So we'll cross the water. We've got our stamina now. And I really like that if you look at the frame time up there, that the line going across, not very many spikes, if any. Very clean. The game is running very clean. Now, I know it's not super CPU intensive. It's hitting more bottlenecked by my GPU running this game. But still, very well optimized, very clean, nice run here. Alright, so we're going to run right on over here. There's an area here that's got like some smaller rocks and the water going by. I'm just going to do a little bit of a different transition here with our settings, and you can just see if you notice any kind of a difference here. DLSS, it really depends on weather effects, where you're at in the world, lighting, as to what it really affects. So you might want to have some fun playing around with the setting. But one of the things I want to do is move us from that default setting to very high and show you, as far as the frame rates go and everything, that's already pretty much what the default setting is. So we're already on an RTX 2060 running this game at very high settings. And even with DLSS off, still getting the frame rates in the 70s. So I'll show you here real quick. We are very high with DLSS off. That's the same right there as default. Same frame rate as we would be getting in default. And now what we're going to do is just kind of transition through each of the DLSS modes without showing you the settings, so you can just watch the screen change in front of you, see if you notice any differences besides the frame rate. Alright, so we're back on our very high DLSS on quality. I'm going to leave it at that for our settings for the rest of the gameplay. I'm just going to run around, grab a couple more packages, and we'll get to a point here where we'll wrap up the video. I just want to give you an opportunity, without me talking, to just kind of watch a little bit of the gameplay before we wrap this up. Alright guys, that's pretty much going to do it. I hope this showed you how Death Stranding on PC is going to run on an RTX 2060. The game looks great. It's well optimized. They did a great job bringing this game to PC. DLSS 2.0 is where it's at. I can't wait to try Cyberpunk 2077 with ray tracing and DLSS. It's a great feature. Didn't really like the original DLSS in games, but 2.0 has been fantastic. It's a nice balance between getting a high frame rate and a beautiful picture, especially in a game like this. So thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and ring that notification bell so you know when I drop new videos. Thanks again. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next video.